Hello?
You hear me?
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you. I
All
hear
right.
you
Well,
pretty well.
we are finally live. JP's having some laptop issues, so we're going with the phone. JP, can
Yeah.
you slide to your right a little bit?
To my right?
Yep. There
Right
you
there?
go. That way we
Yeah,
can
with
get you
my phone?
centered. Yep. So we are live and doing the thing. So, what did you think of this very Game of Thrones ish episode?
Yeah, man. It definitely pulled it together in like the fourth act, I guess. Or the third. How many acts are there? Three acts, four acts?
I
I don't
guess,
know.
yeah, I'd say three.
But no, I thought it ended really well. Otherwise, I was gonna say, man, this was a very talky episode.
Yeah,
Everybody
a lot
sharing
of build
their
up.
feelings and blah, blah, blah. But no, in the end, man, it was pretty hardcore balls to the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that fire attack was freaking
Dude,
awesome.
they're fucking crazy. Where are they getting this lighter fluid? I don't know what they're doing, but yeah,
It's the
it's
it's the
nuts.
it's the sap they pulled out of the trees.
Oh, right. Yeah, Jesus
Pine
Christ.
sap
Yeah,
has a lot of uses. Like it's flammable. It's got like antiseptic or antihistamine type of properties. It's survival. They teach you a lot about tree sap.
man, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, like if
They,
you have a wound, you can rub it on the wound.
yeah, Robert. I got my finger stuck to like some kind of tree that was oozing sap when I was a little kid. It took a lot of fingernail polish remover to get it unstuck.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna agree with young JM. Like so I enjoyed the build up. I enjoyed all that, but it's just I thought tonight was the battle episode. So I think I was just waiting and waiting and waiting on that. But I will say we've got a lot of touching moments. You got a lot of heart to heart. Like Daryl just was heart to heart with everybody tonight.
Yeah, man, his feelings were all over the place. He was just, had his dick out there in the wind. I don't know. Like I said,
It's almost like they're gonna. I don't think they will, but it's almost like they're gonna kill Daryl, and this was his way of saying goodbye to everyone. He's
yeah,
on the Talking Dead right now. They're actually back on regular time.
yeah, yeah.
Of
That's
course, I won't show that for copyright reasons, but we. I don't know, man. I had some friends over watching it, and it was a good episode, though. Ezekiel getting that butt. He took Carol to the Barn
dude.
of Pleasures.
It was great seeing him just sprawled out in the bed and all his afterglow. Just
What wouldn't it have been awesome if it was after he got, like as they were getting to it, he was like, "Come, Carol, to the Barn of Pleasures."
dude. I really think they've been, the execs at AMC have been listening in. They know we want more just seductive Ezekiel. I thought he was
Oh
going to
yeah.
start making his dick bounce like under the sheet, just like, come on, Carol. Once is great, but twice is always better. Oh man,
Who's ready for round two, Carol? Yeah,
yeah,
I'll tell you, man. Eugene and Stephanie singing was pretty dope. That girl,
dude,
that girl could sing.
they missed a great opportunity. The song he was singing, I'd never heard it before, but it's
Right.
about saying, "Have you heard about the news or whatever?" I thought he's going to launch in. The song. It's "Have you heard about the lonesome loser?"
Oh yeah.
That's what I thought he's getting ready to start singing because I'm just
Have you
sick.
heard
It's just
about?
like, God, this is gonna be awesome. But no, he sings some stupid fucking song I've never heard of.
Oh man, uh,
But it was,
man. So Dalton, one of our listeners, Dalton asked, "What do we think of Eugene kind of turning Rosita down, man?"
I think he's crazy.
Right,
I
right.
think he should have fucked her right there in the field.
It's Rosita. I
And
mean,
they're probably all getting ready to die. I mean, why not?
right, right.
Man, I don't think it's a coincidence. He's probably hauling ass to West Virginia right now.
I agree with Derek. I called it with my friends when they left, and we saw the scenes from next week's episode. I said, "Dude, Negan's taking Alpha out next episode.
Yeah, I think so too.
Negan is going to take her ass out." Like I think tonight when they were sitting there talking, like with the arrow launching at first, I kind of forgot they were around people. I was like, "Yo, he's about to kill
Yeah,
her,"
yeah,
and he didn't. But
yeah. And he didn't shoot an arrow, did he?
yeah,
Did he really?
yeah.
Good one. Darn.
If he didn't, somebody with a very Negan looking leather jacket was shooting
Yeah.
arrows.
Maybe he's starting to trend. Maybe everybody's gonna want leather jackets now.
That could be it. I mean, he was probably the coolest looking whisperer out there.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the most fashionable whisperer out there.
If you were running game at the hilltop, like all the civilians inside the gates, the children, would you have just covered them in like zombie guts and stuff, just so when they busted in, they wouldn't get automatically eaten? Would you just camouflage them and pull a card out of the Whisperer playbook?
Oh yeah, like my pal Brad and I were watching it, and we both agree. We're like, man, there's about a million different things I would have done. Like, shoot, man, they could have pulled the Rick and Michonne, or was it Rick and Rosie? I think it was Rick and Michonne, where they got in the cars with the big cable and just plowed through all those walkers.
Right. I mean, I would have had like an elite squad of like 5 dudes, all like whispered up to just infiltrate the horde and just start picking them off.
Oh yeah, so many different. Which I know they didn't really have. They had kind of a short notice. I get it, but I feel like there's more that could have been done.
Yeah.
And Michonne's supposed to be out getting secret weapons, but I mean, she needs to hurry the hell up.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know if she's going to show up at the last minute, some Deus Ex Machina kind of stuff going on.
How you like my Pringles?
Oh, shit. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How do they taste?
They like dill pickles. I like dill pickles, though, so I think they're delicious.
I like dill pickles, too. I've never been a Pringles guy, though. It's just kind of like a metally taste. I don't like Pringles.
They said they used a clay model of Norman Reedus' face. Oh, man. So the Whisperer mask that, according to Young JM, are you stapling something over there?
No. What do you hear?
It sounds like either some ass is being clapped or you're stapling something.
No, I'm not clapping ass or stapling ass.
But no, according to Young GM, the Whisperer mask that Negan's wearing is molded from Norman Reedus' face.
No kidding. That's pretty wild. Pretty wild.
Oh yeah. Eternal Wreck, man, they're good. If you like if you fancy yourself a fan of dill pickle, they are the shiznit.
Yeah.
What you doing over there, JP?
You want to get on camera? This is Nebo the cat.
Is that Nebo?
Yeah.
What's up, Nebo?
He's so beautiful.
He don't like me. Every time I come to JP's house, he hides under stuff and growls at me.
Yeah, he's not a big fan of visitors in general. Where's he going?
I noticed. I'll tell you what, JP, you don't have the dongle. You don't have any headphones, do you?
Nah, I don't have anything to plug into them.
Because that's what it is. I'm hearing an echo. Why am I looking at Nebo's ass right now? Nebo, move the hell out of the way.
Oh, there you go.
But no, I thought it was a great episode, man.
Yeah, it was. If it hadn't wrapped up right, man, I'd be pretty bummed. I'd be pretty pissed off. But yeah, the way they ended it made it worth drudging.
Yeah, I'm so stoked for next week's episode. I was stoked for this one, and I really enjoyed it. But it just really was. I don't know. I thought it really felt like let's compare it though. The Battle of Winterfell. Think about it. They're both fighting hordes of undead.
Yeah.
Right. And they are, like with the medieval and the fight. Like, it just was a lot. I felt like I was watching the last season of Game of Thrones. I was just waiting for like Alpha to be out there and for like Judith to pull like a Arya and go running by real quick and come up behind Alpha.
Yeah, man. And I thought, speaking of the last season of Game of Thrones, you remember how there were like 2 episodes and nothing but just the main characters hanging out before they actually got to the battle.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought. I was like, man, they're just going to talk this whole episode, and then we're going to get another episode with a lot more talking from people in other communities or something, and then we'll have the battle like 2 episodes from now. But that's not what they did. So kudos for that. We at least got the first part of the fight.
I mean, I'm gonna get you, JP. I'm gonna get you some. You don't have your iPhone headphones that came with your phone anywhere?
Nah, I don't.
That's what it is. Somebody pointed it out. It's the feedback coming through. Basically, like what you're hearing from me is then like circulating back through into your mic.
Sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll have to find some of those or get a dongle or something this week before next Sunday.
Let's see. We got Barb Berlin says it was a great episode, even a little scary. All the mice running, yeah, that was wild with all the mice. Nebo, I'm gonna need you to move your ass.
He's so curious.
I'm surprised he's not hissing at me.
Nah, he ain't gonna do that.
Here in a bit, I'm gonna bring in one of our listeners, the Appalachian American, longtime listener.
Oh, nice.
Bring him in. He's the one that actually got me on StreamYard, which I can't express how awesome it is, how easy it is to do this live stream.
And so is this playing on YouTube?
Yeah,
like
that's on.
simultaneously?
Yeah, this is on YouTube right now. It sounds like there's a war going on behind your camera. Is somebody wrestling?
Well, it's Sunday fun day. There's always wrestling.
Oh man, so what would you say were the highlights of this episode? Like if you had to point it out and be like, all right, best part of this episode.
Of all the sentimental dribble, I liked Daryl talking to Judith. That was pretty good. Of course, naked Ezekiel. Just in his afterglow, that was nice. And everything, in the fight, that was real good stuff.
Oh yeah. I honestly got to say that I agree with a lot of people. Like I think somebody's going. All right, let's go this route. Who do you think is going to die as a result of this battle? I could see King Ezekiel going out like a hero.
Yeah, his neck is getting pretty gnarly, man.
That almost feels like Daryl's going to die just from all the heart-to-hearts that he had. I mean, you had Judith, King Ezekiel, kind of a heart-to-heart with Carol. I mean, it almost like they're setting up for Daryl to die, which I don't think they'll do. But yeah, my only thing is to The Walking Dead is after all those heart-to-hearts, somebody has to die for them to really have that impact, I feel.
Oh yeah, man. This battle's got to take out at least one big main character.
Derek Patterson, my man, I'm with you. That my pal Brad and I, everything. Earl, definitely. There was a lot of attention on Earl this episode for sure.
Yeah, he was really rallying the troops, man. Big props to Earl.
Yeah, Earl definitely, and then that poor kid. Earl had he had his real son die, and then he had his wife's head end up on a spike, and now he's going to end up whisperer bait.
Yeah, so it seems, right? Man, I didn't like that prick, like not letting no girl see the little baby. Why be such a drama queen when
though I see it from his side though. I mean, you got to put it from his perspective. The Whisperers put his wife's head on a spike.
Yeah,
and then also they witnessed them leave that baby out in the field to be eaten. So I understand his reservations.
Yeah, he needs to chill out. But
obviously, you've never had nobody put your wife's head on a pike.
No, not yet. Not yet. But it happens in this neighborhood all the time. Believe me.
Yeah, I think Earl's going to go. I think King Ezekiel might be getting ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. I'm trying to think. A lot of people. Let's see. We got somebody said they think. I definitely think Father Gabriel's going to die before the end of the season. I don't know if it'll be next episode, but I think Father Gabriel's he's a goner.
Yeah. I think he's going to die. I don't think Alpha's going to make it to the next season.
Oh no, I think Alpha's going to die next episode.
But as far as the main group of survivors, man, I don't know if Carol's going to get it, if Rosita's going to get it.
All right, this is just all right, so obviously, and if you haven't read the comics or you don't want to know spoilers for the comics, then maybe tune out for a minute or two and come back because we're definitely going to dive into that for comparison. But so what I'm thinking is, in the comics, Negan, and again, spoilers because the show is probably going to play out this way. So if you don't want to know how the comics play out, giving you time, go out, come back in a few minutes. But so in the comics, Negan, and I'm not going to say how, but he offs Alpha. And then he brings a trophy from that killing to Rick. Rick's no longer there. So I feel like it'll be Carol he'll bring that trophy back to. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
I think Carol will get it, and I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, man, I definitely think that because he said, you're such a badass. He really wanted to say, man, you're crazy. You're crazy.
Oh yeah, I think somebody asked about Aaron. I think Aaron's fine.
You think he'll survive for a season?
Yeah, I think Aaron will be around for a while. I really want the Negan and Beta brawl. I need that to happen.
Yeah, I think it is. It's got to, right?
Well,
Yeah, I
in
mean,
the
he's already
comics,
scrapped with Daryl, so
in the comics though, it happened before Alpha's death, though, right?
oh man, I can't remember. I can't remember.
Let's see the way it.
Well, I don't know. He might have already killed Alpha when that happened, but I could be wrong. Because that was in a big battle, so he wasn't with the Whispers at that point.
Well, was it after? Maybe it was after Alpha's death.
Yeah, I
thought it was
can't
before.
remember.
I thought it was. I thought it was during the whole. No, you know what? I do think they fought. Gosh, man, I got to go back and read the comics.
It's been a long time for me too.
Been through it a couple of times, but man, it just I forget more than I know.
Yeah, same here.
But-
here.
Let's say we bring in a third party. What do you think?
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Let's bring in our boy Appalachian American.
Anyway, I love it.
You know it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. All right, Appalachian American, invite sent, my man. Jump on in here.
Are we gonna be able to see him, or is it audio only?
I don't know. It's up to him. He might join us with video. He may join us with just audio. But yeah, we could start doing this pretty regularly. You know, we could start bringing on a different listener each live stream. We plan to do this after each episode of The Walking Dead. And with this streaming, it makes it 10 times easier for us to do it. It saves JP about a 40-minute ride.
Yeah.
What are you watching now? Are you watching The Talking Dead?
No, I was. Have you finished the Orville yet?
I did. I finished it yesterday.
Yeah, pretty crazy finale, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm really excited for the next season.
Yeah, dude.
Joining us now, longtime listener and good friend, the Appalachian American. What's up, man?
Oh, there he is.
What's up, guys? How y'all
He
doing?
has such a majestic beard, man. I love it.
I straightened it.
I love how his reaction was just
Yeah.
JP, did you trim your beard? Or does it just look short compared to his?
No, I haven't trimmed it in a while. It's very uneven though, so I'm gonna do some trimming. Oh, I'll move this.
Mine's all scraggly. I gotta go get it trimmed up.
Yeah.
I need a trim.
So back to the episode. Seth, what did you think, man? What were you thinking about with this episode?
I liked it. It had a nice flow up until about the third act. It seemed like it dipped off. I remember checking my phone, like looking at the time and stuff like that, and most of the other portions kept my attention. I think just the kind of you could tell that it was like, all right, we're gonna go to war, but it won't be this episode.
Right. Yeah. I was sitting there with my friends and I'm like, I really hope this is an extended episode and we're gonna get like the whole battle scene. And my buddy's like, no, they're gonna cut it off right when it gets good. And of course they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Had to build up the emotional, investment, I guess.
Yeah. Who do you
yeah.
think? What are your death predictions, man? Who do you think is going to die as a result of this battle?
Ezekiel. I really hope nothing happens to Rosita, but they are building on something.
Oh yeah. And with The Walking Dead, they got a bad history of that. If you're focusing on one character for a while, they're out.
They're really pushing this, worried about Coco being an orphan.
Right. God, who would get her? Because we know Father G is probably going to end up dying by the end of the season. If Rosita goes, where is Coco going to go?
Right.
Eugene's going to take him up to West Virginia, man.
Dude, that's
probably be living in the hills.
That's
it's
probably it.
Thing.
Probably.
I think RJ's gonna get it before the battle's over.
You think what?
Just saying, I think RJ's gonna die.
You think RJ? Well,
I think they're gonna eat him alive. Yeah.
They give him so little screen time. Half the time, I forget he's there.
Yeah.
That's like how Judith was whenever she was that age. You were just like, oh, hey, Judith's there.
Yeah, right. And it's like with RJ, man. Until they loaded him up in the thing, I was like, oh shit, I forgot. Rick has a son, another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see in the comment. Yeah. Coco will go with Aaron. That could be it. I do like JP's theory though, of Coco going with Eugene up to West Virginia where it's safer. Oh, wherever he's going. No, South Carolina, right?
I think he's going to West Virginia, right?
Was it
Was
West Virginia?
Charleston, West Virginia?
Yeah,
Oh,
Charleston. Yep.
when I hear Charleston, I think of
But
South
there is a
Carolina.
Charleston, South Carolina. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always think of Charleston, South Carolina is the shiz, isn't it? By the way, if you've never been, check it out.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know, man. I'm seeing just Norman Reedus and Greg Nicotero on the Talking Dead tonight, and I don't know, man. I feel like the Talking Dead's kind of started slacking. I love the show, and I think it's awesome, but I don't know. It just used to be a lot more exciting. They used to have a lot more guests, and it's just here lately. It's like they've been kind of scrounging just to get whoever on the show. I ain't hating though. I think Chris Hardwick's awesome. And I
he
don't
might
think
just be getting burnt out, man. He's been doing that for what, like over 10 years now.
it's been his bread and butter.
10 years. I guess they didn't do it for the first season, but
Did you know he was on Boy Meets World?
I never knew that.
What?
He was on.
He was on Terminator 3.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was a scientist in Terminator 3. I've seen it recently, and he was quite chunky.
No
Huh.
kidding. I cannot imagine a chunky Chris Hardwick.
I heard he used to be an alcoholic. Or I guess, you're always an alcoholic, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he did too. Let's see. Once I heard him say, Stephanie, I got. Oh yeah. Definitely heading to the Commonwealth, quick, fast, and in a hurry. But I've read where they say that the Commonwealth, the people in the world beyond, are not the Commonwealth. It's a whole separate group of people. Not going to be the same, because I think a lot of people were thinking the Commonwealth is where Rick was, but seems like that might not be the case.
What if they moved the Commonwealth to West Virginia?
Yeah, I think that they. I don't know. I think I had read that because what is the name of that? The three circle. Don't they have a name? I always want to call them Tricell, but I think that's a Resident Evil company. JP,
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't know, man. Maybe the Commonwealth's got like an outpost in West Virginia.
could be.
Maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what
Yeah,
some
they could be
people.
spread out all over the place.
Yes, totally agree, man. I'm just so not used to this live chat. Like I'm trying to keep up with people's comments, and I feel bad because they're going up so fast. I can't even hardly keep up with them. Rosita's a goner, is what Deny Rock says. Oh man, yeah, that sucks. I love Rosita so much, especially this season. Like we knew she was a badass, but at some points it almost felt like she was there just as like, I don't know, to have a female character, and now she's really. We really see the extent of her badassness. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
For a while, I thought she was a pain, but I've gotten to like her a lot recently.
poor Eugene. Well, not poor Eugene. Dumb Eugene, man. I mean, he completely skipped out on a chance to get with Rosita over a chick on the radio.
Yeah, crazy, man. That chick on the radio could be ugly as hell. He doesn't even know. Like her voice isn't even.
It'd be a catfish.
Yeah.
He's catfished to some guy named Steve.
Yeah.
What the really?
Yes.
I mean, like Coheed and Cambria, that lead singer's voice sounds extremely feminine. So he gets there and he's like,
Right.
"Hi, I'm Steve." You're not Stephanie. No, I'm Steven.
Stephanie's my stage name.
Right.
Stephanie is my.
Eugene.
I'm gonna tell you what. Side note, completely unrelated to The Walking Dead. I am so tired of this Popeyes commercial where the dude's singing "I got Popeyes." I hate that commercial so much.
Right?
I hate it. But
I
anyway,
think it's just because we don't have any Popeyes around here.
I think it's just because I can't sing worth a shit, and I'm jealous of that
Maybe.
Oh,
guy.
I've got two locally.
Man, we got one JP about an hour from us, but yeah, I guess
Oh,
nothing
really?
locally. Yeah, I usually get it when I go to Myrtle Beach, even though they mess my order up every single time. But anyways, I digress. So, what do you think we can expect from next week's episode, guys? Like, what are you? I mean, like, I thought this was the battle episode, and it was a good episode, but it wasn't what I was thinking. So, what do you think we can expect from the battle?
For one thing, how many episodes we have left?
This is the 11th, so that would be we go to 16. So what, like 5 left?
Oh wow, so there's a
No,
lot
no,
of season.
Yeah, 16. Yeah. So it's like 5 episodes left.
Oh wow. So yeah, we'll definitely get a good hunk of fighting in next one.
I tell you, man, Cassidy McClinney that plays Lydia, man, she's a damn good actress.
Yeah, she sure is.
I mean, like her and Carol's scene tonight, man. Like which of course I think Melissa McBride's a fantastic actress herself, but I mean, like her and Lydia's scene was really good too. I mean, because You got to think. I mean, she loved Henry, which she was the only one other than Carol that loved Henry. But she loved Henry, and Henry was her son. It really is kind of like some interesting dynamics here, and the fact that like she's talking to the girl whose mom killed her son. Sorry about that. Sorry, my mom killed your son. For the record, I thought he was hot. I mean, I don't know. Lydia's in a weird place.
Yeah.
You see her kind of shuffle over and hide the heart while she was sitting there. I was like, "Yep, she ain't trying to see it."
Yeah, it was. I don't know, man. We had a lot of interesting pairings. Again, another parallel to the Game of Thrones episode. Remember the episode before the big battle? You had lots of heart to hearts between characters, but then like next to nobody really died except for I like a few. But yeah, a lot of parallels, man. It's like they really kind of wrote this episode following the Game of Thrones episode. What was it? Season 4 episode, like 3 or 4? 3 maybe. I don't know. I space out with that whole last season. So,
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
You don't watch Game of Thrones?
I got to the 3rd season and lost interest.
Oh man. So we're boring the hell out of you talking about Game of Thrones. But I can assure you, it's similar.
I've heard about it.
Very, very similar to the Battle of Winterfell. Let's see. David asks, do you guys think The Walking Dead will show how Negan got out of his cell? How did he get out of his cell?
I thought Brandon.
Yeah, I thought
Brandon let him out.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because that's how it happened in the comics. Was that kid
creepy, weird kid?
That was such a muffed up episode, man. Such a muffed up episode. That's why I don't think I know a lot of people, man, and I know a lot of them that I'm talking about don't read the comics. But I know a lot of people that think Negan is turned, like Negan is straight up Team Whisperer now, and I'm like, I just don't. We've seen too much. Like he really connected with that little kid, and then Brandon killed him. He connected with Lydia. He connected with Judith. I mean, I think I think those of us that know what's going to happen in from the comics, anyways, we're just sitting back like, no.
I really think that he was trying to buy them some time, to be honest, because they knew his tactics well enough that Daryl just knew right off the get, hey, Negan's with him. And they don't even know that they didn't know that Negan went straight out there for him. They just knew that Negan escaped. And so the second that they started seeing the tree in the road and the two people hanging, they were just kind of like, Daryl right off the bat, hey, this looks like Negan's tactics. And when they were at the hilltop with all the fires going, you could just see that he was like, I thought we were just going to try to get him to join. And then when she said, her, it was like,
You're right.
You can see it was like, this plan did go well.
That's a good point, man. It definitely seemed like he was trying to buy him some time. Our commenters have said, Young JM asked, why didn't anyone lock Gamma's cell? It was locked. Beta had a key when he came in, and when he opened the gate to get to Gamma or whatnot. Because I just watched that episode before this one. But apparently Brandon didn't let Negan out because they said in the episode, Brandon said, how'd you get out? So apparently we still don't know how he got out. Let's see. I got to change my contacts out because they're getting foggy. So I'm having to get super close to my computer to read these comments. I subscribed about a year ago. It says David. Thank you, David. Let's see. I didn't peep that. Only saw it once. Yeah. I probably wouldn't have been able to tell you that if I didn't watch that right before this episode, but he did have a key because I was watching real close because I wanted to see the pool of blood when Laura died because I didn't see it the first time. And yeah, he had a key. I don't know who he got it off of, but I feel like
so there's 24 people watching and there's only 9 thumbs up. Get it up, guys. Gosh.
Come on. Man,
get the likes.
We got the best hype man ever. And he's got an awesome beard. Like it for his beard, if nothing else. Yeah. Like, as you see, JP and I are aspiring beard guys, but when he comes on, we just feel inadequate.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking about going to a goatee, just straight goatee.
Dude, try it.
Do it.
Try it.
Like straight Heisenberg, just shave the head.
But
do goatee.
but every time I mess with my beard, you get like just the like half a stroke in, and you're like, why am I doing this? I've done messed up. This is wrong.
Yeah, and then it's too late.
I shaved
Yep,
mine
it's
once.
too late.
You know, a little bit more off this side, a little bit more off this side. Before you know, it's all gone.
Yeah, you got to
Mhm.
stick to the same side. Let's see, Daryl. Oh yeah, somebody said that Daryl didn't even seem surprised when he said, Negan's with him, and it makes sense. I mean, of course, Negan, and from his perspective, of course, Negan would join them if that, because I don't know though, but Daryl knows, the whole back. He knows that Negan helped Lydia or whatever. So I don't know. It's a lot of things you forget about with this show being so spread out. Because I mean, like we know Daryl probably isn't surprised that Negan would join the Whisperers, but then again, Daryl also knows that Negan has done some good stuff and shown somewhat of some change. So
Negan, he's a lot like Clint Eastwood in A Fistful of Dollars. The man with no name. He's playing both sides against the middle, just so he ends up on top. That's what Negan's doing, He figures he can still save everybody at the hilltop by having them join, but he's still like the boss hog, with Alpha at his side and all this stuff.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I think that Negan's actually trying to get back on top. I think that Negan's following his comic arc. I think that Negan is actually just trying to somewhat redeem himself.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't seem like it right now, obviously, but
Right.
I think he's seeing the bigger picture and he's planning on doing something, hopefully next episode, that's going to kind of redeem him in all their eyes.
Hope so, man.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because, I mean, he's already gotten a bunch of people killed, I mean, that could have very well been Daryl all lit on fire. So,
Very true. Very
it
true.
better pay off.
Man,
Yeah.
3 a.m. in England, man. Shout out to you, David. Man, I couldn't be functioning at 3 a.m. I'd be passed out.
Oh yeah, and I'm going to be past. I have to get out. I have to get up. I have to get up about an hour or two after 3 a.m. So there's no way I could be doing this at 3 in the morning.
Yep.
Eternal Wreck. What truth was JP speaking about? He said, "Speak the truth, JP." Which truth? Do you think that Negan's just trying to get on top? Is that what you was talking about? I don't know. What do you think, Seth? I feel like Negan's playing a long game. I feel like he's trying to redeem himself.
Yeah, it's hard because the comics and everything. Comic spoiler 3, 2, 1. He's really working at trying to have to fix. In the comic, he's really trying to work on his relationship with Rick, and here there's no Rick. So what do you
Yeah.
where's he trying to go?
I think he's going to go to Carol. I think he's going to go. It's almost one of those things where I feel like he's going to take it to Carol because of Carol's son's head being on the spike. I think they kind of with Rick being gone, they kind of switched it to that. Oh, he was talking about your Clint Eastwood reference, JP.
Oh, nice. Thanks. Good to see another Sergio Leone fan out there. But yeah, that was the whole movie. It was just there were two like rival gangs in this old western town, and Clint Eastwood basically gets hired by both bosses, and then just burns the town to the ground or something. But yeah,
and
I
that's
think Negan's a modern day Clint Eastwood.
Nah, I think he's gonna come out the hero, man. I think Negan's not being selfish anymore, but we'll see. So I'm on team. I think Seth and I both think Negan's trying to redeem himself. JP thinks Negan's just out for Negan.
Well, I mean, I think he wants the best for everyone. I don't think he wants to see anybody die on that end, but the same save their lives. All the better.
Let's see. So soon you all see real zombies, Walking Dead scenes. I mean, are you saying that zombies are going to be? I don't understand that comment there. But thanks for joining us, Messenger of the Truth. Maybe he's trying to tell us.
I think he's talking about the 5G stuff.
Oh, Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Justin's froze up on my end.
Am I still
It's
frozen?
not Weird Wednesday yet for that.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. JP, do you think 5G, real quick, and then we'll get back to The Walking Dead? Do you think 5G is going to turn people into zombies? JP? Did JP freeze up?
I think it'll mess with people's
I
cerebral
think he
cortex,
refreshed.
you know?
Maybe.
JP, you came in at the end of that conversation. We have no idea what you were talking about.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, everything froze over here.
But no, do you think? All right, digressing here for a second. Do you think 5G is going to create zombies? Someone was referencing that.
I mean, I don't know about Walking Dead zombies, but I definitely think it'll give the government a way to manipulate our brain waves. And if they want to turn us into a big ravenous horde of flesh-eating sons of bitches, and yeah, that's what they'll do.
But I don't know, man. Back to the episode. I guess Michonne's going to get back with the weapons just in time to save Alexandria, perhaps, because it looks like from the scenes that they're pretty much going to destroy the hilltop, or at least put a hurting on it.
Yeah, man. It looks like everybody's going to be chilling at Alexandria before it's all said and done.
Sleepover.
Burnt down. There's no more kingdom. I mean, maybe Oceanside.
Yeah, what the hell is Oceanside doing now? Did JP freeze up again?
Surfing.
Surfing, good answer.
Maybe.
Oh, it's some connection. Oh, we lost JP. I'm sure he'll be back. He was having issues with his laptop earlier, so we didn't. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I'm wondering what the state of Hilltop is going to be, because we see Negan walking through the field of burnt stuff with his bat. So I mean, it looks like Hilltop might be down and out for a while.
Probably.
I hope not. Oh, there's JP. Let me add him back.
No joke.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Hey. Yeah, it froze up on me, but I'm back. Back.
What are you doing, JP?
Oh,
yeah. Sorry, it's late. I know some people think it's rude to podcast and eat, but I'm hungry. And, I need to pull this up on my phone so I can look at the comments without having to get eerily too close to you guys. Let me find this here.
But no, what I missed.
You don't see the live chat that's like right beside the.
I do, but my contacts are pretty much rude, so everything's all hazy. So let's see. Wuhan is 5G's center for 5G. It's transformed C virus. It's impossible to cure the virus. Oh. Do we think...
if you'd have changed that to a T and made it the Wu-Tang, they might be able to cure it. Saying none that's with.
Wu-Tang can do anything.
Yeah.
But we got a message from Punks and Pranks says, "Hey, do you guys think Hilltop will get rebuilt?" I don't know, man. It depends on how they go to the Oceanside thing. I mean, not Oceanside. I'm sorry, but the whole Commonwealth thing. I feel like they're going to go to Alexandria, which actually, it's what happened to the Hilltop in the comics? The Hilltop didn't get overrun, did it? I know Alexandria did.
Yeah, I think the Hilltop was fine. I think
so. It's kind of like they're moving that from the comics where Alexandria got overrun. It's the Hilltop that got overrun this time. So they kind of did a little switcheroo there.
Yeah, the old switcheroo.
Oh, they're replaying the episode. We're about to watch Negan and Alpha whip each other.
Ooh. Yeah, I missed like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yes.
Difficulties.
Alpha looks fine for someone who was just about to die last episode.
Right.
I mean, she bled a lot, and now she's just up getting whippings.
Which Rosita said it was 2 days ago that what's his name got killed? Sadiq.
Oh, has it? God, man, it's hard. See, we watched
it
go so spread out. Sometimes you forget, like in their world, Sadiq just died.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like to us,
it should 2 days. So
yeah, for us, it feels like it was forever ago, but like he just died. So he said, "Don't laugh, brothers. You will all see soon." I hope not, man, but you could be right.
What was he talking about?
Talking about 5G turning people into zombies.
Oh, jeez, man. Is that on our phones?
No.
5G network?
No. Sprint has 5G.
No.
But I think we just have 4G.
Yeah. And what, he say 2 more days?
What? No, he's talking about 2 days. We're talking about The Walking Dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rosio was talking to, I think, Eugene, and said that it had been 2 days since he's been gone.
Oh yeah. I think Eternal Rex says I think the intro with the Whisperers and Walkers were super cool to see. I thought that was awesome, man. Just kind of showing what the Whisperers are bringing to the fight. I thought they were saying for a while. I don't know why. When I saw like the preview of this, I thought they were saying take it off, and now I know that's not what they were saying. But I thought they were all going take it off. I was like, what are they trying to get Negan to strip?
TOPLESS, topless.
Just because we're leading a horde.
Helicopter.
Just because they're leading a horde of the undead doesn't mean they can't make it a little kinky.
Yeah.
Let's see. They switched it up because Alexandria is an actual place where people live. Hilltop is set. I went to the WD studio. Oh, that's awesome, man. JP, I will say
that's probably why they can burn it down.
I will say this, JP. Oh, Hilltop burned down in the comics.
Oh shit! I totally forgot, man. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've read the whole Whisper of War saga. But JP, we're getting something to talk about. Weird Wednesday. Did you see that building collapsed in China?
No, I didn't see that.
It was a hotel that collapsed, but they were housing Corona. They had people quarantined for the coronavirus in that hotel, and it accidentally collapsed.
Very interesting. I'm going to have to look into that.
Check the channel Wednesday. We might be talking about that on Weird Wednesday. Let's see. Whispers.
Yeah, man, there's stuff going on in China they do not want us to know about. That's for sure.
Eternal Rec asked, would Whisperers be in the Barn of Pleasures? And I want to say yes, but at the same time, I mean, if they whisper the whole time, it won't be that exciting.
Yeah, but I mean, they're into the whole like kinky kind of like. What was the guy's name with the rubber hood? Anyway, yeah, they could get in on it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't think King Ezekiel will be that cool with letting them in just yet, but
right.
Yeah,
like a gimp. That's the term, right? When you're all cloaked in leather.
I had a funny thought with King Ezekiel. So, if you ever watched that show, what is it? Is it? It has the ghost of that famous God. What show is that? Is it Big Mouths or damn American Dad? Do they have a ghost on that show? Or Duke Ellington? I think he has a ghost of Duke Ellington. Is that Big Mouths? You ever seen that show?
I never watched it.
If you've seen that, you know what I'm talking about. I imagine after Ezekiel dies, that his ghost will still run the Barn of Pleasures.
Yeah, why not?
That's what. We're getting a lot of comments here from, why do you think Hollywood is making this movie? They know everything. Huh. Yeah, Whispers would definitely come in. I mean, Alpha wants to get whipped, so I guess she definitely qualifies to be kinky enough for the Barn of Pleasures.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Tree switches on top of that.
Ooh, just like Mama used to do.
Oh, God. All right, so to recap, Carol and Ezekiel made Whoopi. Daryl had a heart-to-heart with the entire cast of the show.
Yeah.
Hilltop's going to burn down most likely. I'm just wondering, like, do you guys think they're going to relocate to Alexandria? I mean, do you think we're going to lose a lot of people, or do you think it's going to kind of be like, again, Game of Thrones, where there was all this build-up for a big battle and you only lost like a few minor characters?
No, I think there would be just enough to have a nice tight group in Alexandria.
Not that we didn't lose like one or two decent characters on that episode of Game of Thrones. Jorah comes to mind, but other than that, it's someone they really want the Barn of Pleasures, JP.
Oh yeah, well, who wouldn't?
He says Beta in the Barn of Pleasures. He'd be like, step towards me, and Strand would be like, no, you step in me, big boy.
No, love it.
You step in me, big boy. You're too big.
Put his whole foot in there.
Jesus, man. You imagine Beta, like, it'd be like watching a Rottweiler have sex with a Chihuahua.
Dude, guys,
Wouldn't be fun for anybody.
Hammer, man.
I'm gonna tell you though, Ryan Hurst plays an excellent Beta, man. I was happy when he got cast because I was a Sons of Anarchy fan, and I think he's been a badass Beta, dude.
Oh, for sure.
Like I really
Yeah,
feel like
he's got the whole like Michael Myers vibe. Yeah, I like him. I like him a whole lot.
oh man, dude. So I didn't even think about that until Eternal Rex said that. So Maggie's coming back soon. What if she's gonna roll back in the hilltop? She'll be like, I leave for a few weeks. What the which I know
Yeah.
it's been more than a few weeks, it's been a few years. She's gonna be like, but I leave and this is what happens.
Yeah, man. Everything's gonna be gone.
I wondered, do we know when Maggie's coming back? Is that like a confirmed episode, like the finale, or is it kind of just up for speculation right now?
Not ready anything.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
I heard that it was going to be on the finale, like the finale is when Maggie was going to show up. But I was really
Yeah, that's
hoping
what I
she'd
think.
surprise us just in a random episode.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I'd figured.
It would be nice.
Somebody said we better lose some good characters. That's true. I mean, like I said, all that heart to heart. But see, Game of Thrones did that. They gave us all these heart to hearts because everyone thought they were going to die, getting ready to battle a horde of the undead, and not that many people died. Like not many people that had the heart to hearts actually died.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Earl,
I wouldn't mind seeing Ezekiel go out like in a blaze of glory.
he's got to, man. I mean, he's already got cancer. He knows he's dying. I feel
Yeah.
like there's going to be an opportunity where he's, just going to take it and he's going to go down like a boss. I hope. Or he could just go down. He could just get hit with a flame and run around flailing and screaming and then just burn to death. And that would be horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but them dreads are quite flammable.
Especially when they're soaked with all that sap.
Ugh.
Oh, man. Yeah. Ryan Hurst's character's demise in SOA. Because I don't want to spoil that, but that show's been off the air now since 2013. But that's one of the saddest deaths in anything I've ever seen. Let's see. I think her appearance will be part of a cliffhanger. Oh, talking about Maggie showing up. She'll probably show up. Remember how Morgan showed up at the end of the, what was it, season 5 finale?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like Maggie will do something like
Rick?
that. Rick? Insane. I feel like Maggie's going to roll up and be like, Daryl? Insane. Let me see. Trying to keep up with these comments. Let's see. Jenny from Fear is going to save them. Jenny's look, forgive me because Fear bores the shit out of me. Jenny is the leader of that new group, right? Like the Pilgrims or whatever.
I think so. Yeah, I think she's like the Texas Ranger girl.
I said the Pilgrims, the Pioneers.
Right. Pilgrims, Pioneers.
The Pilgrims show up in like big buckles and the hats, and they're like, "We're gonna have Thanksgiving, and then we're gonna kill you and take your land." Let's see. Anyone thought it was odd Daryl chose Ezekiel instead of Aaron to take care of the kid? Yeah, I don't know if maybe that was just in reference to like his connection with Henry, and King Ezekiel seems to do really good with kids. I don't know. That is an interesting point.
Yeah.
Let's see. Eugene will burn over his radio. Oh man, that would suck. He's like burning alive and on the radio. Stephanie,
Yeah.
I love you.
Maybe he'll have time for one more good song.
Maybe he'll hit the mic and be like, I'm burning for you.
Yeah. I fell into a burning ring of fire.
And then she'll join in. It'll be real beautiful and we'll all laugh and he'll burn to death.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling Josh McDermott singing.
No, but that girl that came back, man, she had some pipes on her.
Oh yeah.
Stephanie.
As soon as he started singing, I was like, "Is this Beth all over again?"
I was like, dude, if this turns into a Walking Dead the musical, I'm out. Daryl bursts in a room and starts singing with him. Rosita's comes in. Dude, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Hey, don't mock Fear. It did create the Barn of Pleasures. That is very true. Without Fear the Walking Dead, we would not have the Barn of Pleasures, where King Ezekiel will live forever. I promise you, if he dies on the show, he will still be the leader of the Barn of Pleasures. Absolutely. I mean, Victor
Probably because they just tie him up, take his teeth out, and let him be in there as a walker,
that'd be the Negan way.
servicing people.
Oh, man. Well, with the teeth gone, that opens up a lot of doors. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to get Princess this season, according to Eternal Rec. I had heard that, man. What do y'all think about Princess? Did y'all like her?
Yeah.
I haven't got that far yet.
She's a good character. She's a badass. So, I mean, and I guess you kind of need that with Michonne going out. You know, I mean, like Rosita's definitely stepped up into that badass female role, but I think it goes without saying, at least in my book, that Michonne is the most badass female on the show. And so I guess with her gone, they kind of got to step up and find that kind of focal point of a new, lead badass character. And she's so different from Michonne too. Princess is very carefree. She's got a cool personality. It'll be interesting to see how it meshes with the rest of the characters on the show.
So you think Eugene will probably meet her on his adventure to West Virginia?
Probably, absolutely, probably.
He'll probably meet a whole new cast of characters.
And we won't give you much spoilers for that, Seth, on the comics, but I mean, she is encountered on the road, so that definitely could be fine, sir. Punks and Pranks asks, can you do a Rick and Morty podcast? I'd be down for that.
Yeah, me too.
When is that coming back? Does anyone know?
I haven't heard a word about it.
Do you watch that, Seth?
I've watched a few episodes of it. It took me a while to get into it, but I mean, I like it pretty good. The one I've seen.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you what. Somebody just mentioned Mercer. I think we need to get a time machine and go get Mr. T from like the '80s,
right?
And that's our Mercer.
I'd like to see the actor that plays Victor Strand, like it's his twin brother. You know what I'm saying? I think he'd be a great Mercer, and then they can meet in real life.
You only want that. The only reason you want that is so you can have two Victor Strands in the Barn of Pleasure.
Two is always better than one, Justin.
You've said before that you want to be in the middle of a Victor Strand sandwich. So if he's got a twin brother, it's just going to be like your dream come true.
That's right. That sandwich would have slices of bread as thick as doors.
JP, I love you and that'd be weird, man. Like him and his twin brother. I don't know if the Barn of Pleasure deals in incest though.
Well, look, no boundaries. That's what I say.
I don't know,
man.
Man.
Siblings, no parent, daughter, mother, but no, siblings is fine. I think we can all agree on that.
We don't. I don't. But
I think we can all agree on that.
To each their own. But yeah, man, I think we're coming up to a close as far as The Walking Dead. I think we've covered most of the bases. Of course, there's always something we left out that we'll think about tomorrow when we do the actual cast. But is there anything else you two can think of to bring up about this episode of The Walking Dead before we close out?
Nothing.
I think Eugene should just pick a better song next time he goes on the air and decides to sing.
I think Eugene should not turn down the butt the next time it's offered to him.
Yeah, that too. You
don't turn Rosita down. Rosita turns you down.
Yeah, and she did 1,000,000 times. He finally gets it.
Eugene finally almost hit an invite to the Barn of Pleasures, and he just completely threw it out the way.
His dick wimped out, man. Some guys, just they like the pursuit more than actually catching,
Do you think that he had a Forrest Gump moment when Forrest touched Jenny's boob for the first time? Like
you think he creamed his pants?
He tried to play it off as if, no, I love Stephanie, but really what happened, he was like, oh God, it's gonna happen. Oh God, it's done.
You're probably right. That's probably what happened.
No, I can't do this because I love Stephanie. But I think that trying to see if there's anything else to wrap up. Seth, thanks for joining us, my man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. JP, just make sure you're at work on time in the morning.
Yeah, I'll try to. I've been sick all weekend, man. My other job, I didn't even go today.
Everybody's got the crud. My girlfriend's upstairs with the crud. So yeah, she's got cold. My girlfriend's upstairs with some kind of crud. She's got cold chills.
Oh yeah, dude, I had an awful chest cold. I said my fever didn't break till like late Saturday, early Sunday morning.
Oh man,
I was in bad shape. Still not feeling great, but feeling better.
Well, good. Feel better, and we'll see you in the morning for the Monday morning cast. I'm probably going to come in a little bit late, but JP functions much better staying up late than I do. Like just now, staying up to 11:30. I'm going to be slow getting up in the morning. JP will go to bed about 1 or 2 and still be at work by 6 or 7. So
Well, dude, I told you, crystal meth's way more effective than coffee. But you don't believe me, and that's
No,
your prerogative.
you said cocaine was more effective. You never mentioned crystal meth.
No, dude, that's just taking it to the
So
next level. You got to go that next level.
Get that sky blue.
Grind it up really finely. Otherwise, it's not very good going up the nose.
Don't do drugs, kids. We will see you guys on Monday, Seth, JP. All the listeners, much love. We'll catch you soon. And bam.
Bye.